Adobe just released an update for Photoshop CC, which adds some functionality that I've been longing for years. If you've ever created a design for the web, you know just how tedious it is to export images from a PSD. You have to copy merged, create a new document, paste, and then save for web, and rinse and repeat for every single asset you need to export. With this new functionality, you basically add your file names into the layers or layer groups, and save when you save the file, the images are created automatically. So to enable this new functionality, you go up to File, Generate Image Assets. You have to do that for each PSD that you've opened so that Photoshop knows to export these assets for you. Now before this will work, we have to add what Adobe is calling tags to layer groups or layers in the layers palette here. So I normally use smart objects for things like the header and footer, but when I was testing this morning, it wasn't working properly. It was exporting all of the images into a temporary folder, and it would also dump my smart object in there too. So clearly they have some issues to iron out there. So just for the sake of example, I've dumped the entire header smart object back into the PSD here. So if I open this up, I'm going to use my subscribe icons there as an example. So these are all created with vector shapes, so I can export them at 100% and 200% for Retina displays and other devices that have high DPI displays. So to do this, I'm going to call them subscribe icons.png, and you can export multiple files from a single group by adding more tags. So if I had 200%, call it subscribe icons at 2x.png and save. When I go into Finder, I should see a new folder with the same name as my PSD-assets. Inside, we have subscribe icons at 100%, same as the PSD, and 200%. Simple as that. Now I have some other assets I need to export from this PSD as well. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Start with the logo, CBR. These are not, they used to be vector layers, but they're not anymore. So I'm just going to create one at 100%, logo.png. And then for the text logo up here, since we have a couple layers, I'm going to create a new layer group called logo text.png and 200% logo text at 2x.png. Put them inside and save. Now we have all of those new files there as well. Logo at 100%, and then the subscribe icons I did earlier.